Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
On the set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Ready?
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he is met in his track. Behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Minshew. A screen complete to Crowell. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Copeland coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Crowder now to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Play action. It's Darnold. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 25 yards that time. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
44, Mike. Hey, Steve 6.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, Charlie. 53 is the mark. Check, check, check. Hey, Eddie. Check, check.
Again, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Let's go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check 24. Check 24. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. Smith catches left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Rock it. You got tight right there. Hey, high 7. Yep. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Hey, watch that. Check. Greystone travel. 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
A first down carry now for Crown. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Here comes the ball.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
I'm going to run you over. Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
A 38-yard attempt.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
On first down, it's Darnold. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
Yo, lady. Red lady. Switch. Yo, lady. Check.
Darnold now to throw. Anunua's got it, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Faking the give, Darnold. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happened to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here. Check 31. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd down and goal. Minshew steps away to his left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Minshew sets to throw, forced out to his left. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Check 53. Lady. Check girls, check girls, check girls. Lady. Press down. 6-6. Pull it high.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second and a yard. Darnold hooking up over the middle with Herndon. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Darnold completes it. And some room to work. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. 53.
To throw is Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Here's Darnold. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up first and second down.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely
now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
all these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, ready? Ship.
Now it's Darnold. He's got it. This is Bilal Powell. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Kill, kill, kill. Red 80. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I'm coming. You lady. Out, 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 out. 49.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Red 80. He's checking. Crash. Red 80. No 80.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
0 for the Jets field goal. A 56-yard.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Check. Watch twist.
Here's Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Under 10. Jumper. Check 43. Watch the red 80.
Darnold on 3rd down. And he's got a noon one. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd down and 4. Minshew. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Crowell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
We go. 10 Lobo.
Yo.
Mike.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Here we go. Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
They go.
On 2nd down, Minshew eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jordan Jenkins. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Alpha.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Slam, slam.
On first down, Darnold. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Kill, kill. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. The hit turned it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First down, Jets.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. His throw incomplete. He was trying for his running back, Bilal Powell. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Powell takes it from Darnold. And an alley to run. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Bilal Powell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ready.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
53's mine. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Protein spill.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hey, Echo.
Watch out, watch out. Mike,
Get it.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Looking long for Westbrook. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks. And they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw, Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Pick the edge. Go.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And this is caught at the 8. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
To try again after the sack. Minshew, a screen complete to Crowell. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That's it. Right there, 54.
On 1st and 10, Sims. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Sims. Now you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So it didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brian Poole. That's now 3 turnovers in this second half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe trite, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, let's get this, get this. Check it backer, check it backer. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Escaping the pressure right. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On first down, it's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hatch it. Watch it. Rush, lady. Rush, that's it.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. He's going to fire one deep over them. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack with a sack. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Check 24, check 24. Whip. Watch the man, lady. You got tight. You got tight. Oh, lady.
Hey, exit.
Darnold now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Crowder's got it over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with them in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. And that's caught inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Switch. Check 13. Check the red 80.
Throwing again is Darnold. Going for it all. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Wide, get wide. The lady. Bofo's the Mike. Mike's Bofo. Here we go, G, get off the field. Check 31, check 31. Kill.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 99. Safe. Back. Red 80.
Tighten up. Young lady. Smooth. Crouch.
Darnold to throw again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And Brown's got it. He's got a Jets touchdown. Daniel Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.